Shalom, family, shalom. Hopefully everyone is doing wonderful this morning. Let me start off by giving all glory and honor to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and to Son Yahushai. I'd also send out a special greeting to the brothers and sisters that's trying to push this truth out there, trying to wake up the very elect. Okay, family, okay. I made the video dealing with HR 1242, and a lot of you brothers and sisters got it. A lot of you brothers and sisters got it. All praise the Most High. For those that didn't get it, I overstand, I understand, and I understand HR according to them. What they tell you, it means, House resolution, dealing with the government and its policy, House resolution. But the reason why I said it for those that didn't get it, because when you understand, and understand that the United States is a federal corporation, according to 28 USC 3002 subsection 15A, not my words, their words. United States is a federal corporation. It's a corporation. United States is a corporation. Corporations, businesses deal with human resources. That's why I said it. That's why I said it. To tell me what I mean without overstanding or understanding the subject matter or the state of affairs really doesn't do it doesn't hurt me, it hurts you. Because you're not taking the time or the effort to connect the dots. You are listening to make a respond. You're not listening to understand or overstand. You're listening to make a respond. That's what our people do. They like to troll just to make response. And again, it's not saying that we will make mistakes. We will make mistakes. We don't know everything. We all know truth in part. We prophesy in part. But again, dealing with this human resource, this HR, right? United States is a corporation. Corporations and businesses deal with human resources. That's why I said it. Now, dealing with the English language. English is an equivocal language. The English language, right? Equivocal means it has two or more meanings, and the meanings are usually used to deceive. Or we're not dealing with a deceiver. I'm going to show you guys something that can receive it. Those that can receive it, all praise the Most High. Those that don't, they're going to listen to respond instead of listening to understand, overstand, and understand. We're going to deal with the word stranger. Because you remember in Genesis, the 15th chapter, I want to say verse 13. Yahweh, the Most High, told Abram, know for a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that's not theirs, and they shall serve them 400 years. Now, I'm going to go to the Black's Law Dictionary. I'm going to go to the Black's Law Dictionary, and we're going to break down the word stranger. We're going to get some overstanding, some understanding, and some understanding dealing with the word stranger. Stranger, as used with reference to the subject of subrogation, one who, in no event resulting from the existing state of affairs, can become liable for a debt, and whose property is not charged with the payment thereof, and cannot be sold therefore. Do we not owe a debt to the Most High? Right? Dealing with the state of affairs, we're paying that debt off in servitude. Now, we're going to deal with the subrogation part because, again, this is the clue to overstanding a stranger. See, that's why I made the video, because there were going to be people that was going to pick it up. They was going to take some books. They was going to research, and they was going to see where I was going at. You know, to get us to understand that this man is a word wizard. He's a word wizard. We have to pick up on things, because what they tell you in the public, they mean something else in the private. Most people don't even know that the United States is a corporation. They don't even know that. But anyway, let's deal with the subrogation part. Subrogation. The substitution of one person in the place of another with reference to a lawful claim. So now, being a stranger should make more sense to you now. See, somebody has switched places with us and made a lawful claim. They made a lawful claim to our lands. Because remember, the Most High made not just Israel ours, the whole world is ours. The whole planet is ours. He made the world for our sake. But we have become strangers to a land that is not ours. But how can the land be ours? How can the Most High give us a land and say the whole world is ours, and then say that, you know, we're strangers if you don't understand a jubilee? See, that's why they were supposed to give us back the land, because it's really ours. They're supposed to give it back to us. They know this. They know this. But again, we will argue, we debate with one another. Instead of sitting down and letting somebody may have some information that you don't have. And instead of listening to learn, you know, listening to understand, you're listening to reply, to respond. We have to learn how to stop listening to respond all the time. But anyway, let me finish this here. Subrogation. The substitution of one person in the place of another with reference to a lawful claim, demand, or right, so that he who is substituted succeeds to the right of the other in relation to the debt or claim. A stranger. Somebody has switched places with you. See, but when they tell you stranger, you've been taught on the public side that stranger is somebody foreign. But on the public side, on the private side, somebody switched places with you. The Bible is a trust. It's private. It's private. The Most High made a contract with the children of Israel. It's private. See, that's why you went to public school and he sent his people to private school. See, the Bible is a trust. I don't know everything about trust law. I'm trying to learn trust law. But it made sense. It made sense. The Most High, he made a trust. He's the grantor of a trust. The children of Israel are the beneficiary. Somebody made himself the trustee over your estate. Did he not make the world for our sake? Now it's beginning to make sense. Again, I don't have time to argue and debate. I'm not about to. Those that get it, they're getting it because they're saying, you know what? Now the clues are starting to come together. We have to stop this pettiness. We have to, brothers and sisters. Again, the Bible is a trust. The Most High is the grantor. The children of Israel are the beneficiary. Now, somebody has switched places with you. Now, when you hear the word stranger, on the public side, you think you're foreign. But on the private side, because that's the way it is somebody switched places with you and making a lawful claim on your property. But they can't sell it because it's not theirs. That's why the Jubilee. See, the Most High covered all bases, man. I mean, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful when you see it. But again, we got to spend time arguing and debating with brothers and sisters. That's not what I'm here for, man. If you don't get it, that's fine. It's okay. It's okay. But don't tell a brother or sister what they mean until you do some research. Watch the video 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. I don't get it. Sometimes you have to watch something 7 times to really get it. To really get it. But again, put this first. Ask the Most High for understanding, number 1. Number 2, remember that this language is an equivocal language. When you hear something, go get a law book and read it so you can understand what they're saying. And make sure you understand the state of affairs or the condition. Okay, I'm going to end it here. So look, family, for those that got it, all praise the Most High. Again, this is not directed at anybody, personally. This is just to get our people to take the time. It's okay if we don't get it. There's a lot of stuff I don't get. I got to listen to it or see it 3 or 4 or 5 times because I'm curious. I want to know. I want to know. And sometimes that's what it takes. This man has done a job on us. But, we're going to spend too much time debating with each other. But anyway, man, with that being said, hey, as always, peace, love, shalom.